Friends forever, that's what we are. Through the thick and the thin, we're friendship stars. We're banger main buddies from the days of old. We laugh, cry, and hug, friendship solid as gold. My soul code whatever started a year ago. We share our stories and your stories were told. 80s, 90s memories that give us glee. And on the block party shows, NKOTB. Now our friendship circle has grown by far. Hashtag friends forever, that's what we all are. Boom. And if you don't know, now you know. My soul code whatever for life. Hashtag MSCW. Hashtag friends forever. Yeah. Yeah.
So, surprise, we have Maria with us tonight.
Yes.
Yay! And it sounds like you're right here, which is awesome.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I hope my little AirPods don't give in.
No, they
like I've charged them. I'm prepared.
Yay!
But...
I would have not remembered. Like, I would have not remembered to charge my AirPods because that's just the way things go for me. But, yeah, it's a Thursday night. This is normally the night that Brooke and I record. But Brooke is in Florida. She just left today. So she's in Orlando now. And so Maria...
She in Disney?
Yeah, she went to Disney with her husband, Pete, and Sadie. And they're doing a little pre-Thanksgiving trip.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
So
I just saw the pictures of Christine and Charlene and Mandy. Disneyland. So I guess they went to Disney World.
Yep. That was really cool that they all got to meet up. That looks fun.
Yeah. It's about Thanksgiving. I'm so hungry. I have to explain the devastation in my voice. I've been homesick. I'm laughing at myself because I'm so damn ridiculous. I'm hungry. My daughter, I didn't cook today because it's just me and my daughter and the cats. But she's working all day today. Oh, she went to school and she worked. So I didn't feel the need to cook, right? It's just like, Anyway, so I'm so hungry and I'm texting my daughter to, bring me food when she gets home. And finds out that she's working till like closing. So
what time
I
is
was
that?
so hungry. I was going to like midnight or something. She was like that in retail, like Bed Bath or... Do you hear my cats?
No. Yes, I do.
Bingo. He's a little upset at me because I'm hungry. So I made myself like a tuna sandwich. I had a little can of tuna. I put a little mayo, salt, pepper, whatever. I was preparing to, be on the phone with you, and I went to the living room to go get my laptop, and I find Gringo all up in my corner of my bed, my little nightstand where I had my little tuna. He was licking his lips. It was all so guilty. So he didn't eat the whole thing, but I couldn't eat the whole thing either because the kitty ate it, and I decided to order HelloFresh for Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah,
because I'm hungry. I'm not having Thanksgiving dinner. I'm just hungry.
Oh.
So I'm getting I don't know, 6 tenderloins or something.
Yum.
I make no sense, none whatsoever.
No, you do.
And instead of ordering like takeout, I order Thanksgiving dinner from HelloFresh to be delivered next week, where I'm not having anybody over, and I still won't have any food because my cat ate my tuna, and now he's pissed at me because I shoot him away. So it's just all wrong.
Are you feeling better?
Oh, yeah, I am. Yeah, a day of rest.
Well, good.
I am.
Everybody needs that, very frequently in their life. Is just have a day of, nothing.
Oh, yeah, I slept a lot, so.
Good. I hope you get better soon.
Well, this is like a side note. I don't know if you want to cut this off or not, but lately I've been napping. I get home and I take a nap by mistake. You know how you just try to maybe sit in bed or something, maybe take off your shoes, and all of a sudden, 3 hours
Yes.
later, you wake up.
No, I know
You're like, how
exactly
did
what
this
you
happen?
mean.
And
You're like, I'm just
and
gonna lay my head down just for a second, just like look at my phone, and then all of a sudden you're asleep and you wake up and it's 5 o'clock.
yeah, and then I wake up and I feel like exhausted. Like I ran a marathon. Like it was like I slept hard. Like I slept really hard.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
like, what? Why? I don't know if it's waking up from a nightmare or something. It probably doesn't help when I'm watching like IDTV or something, but I'm just like, what happened? Why? Why? It's been happening like very frequently lately. Victoria says that it's because like you tend to have nightmares when you're in a warm environment, like if your room is hot or something.
Really? That
And
explains a
meanwhile, I have
lot.
like yeah, because I have the heater, I have a candle. I'm like, good. And then I woke up. I'm like, oh my god, there's a murderer in my living room.
Oh my gosh. Because you woke up. I saw you post. You woke up to like ID Investigation Discovery Television, and it's probably playing in your dream too. So you're like
Yeah, it
living
was.
the story.
I was living that story. I was definitely living that story, especially it's like, yeah, I was just like, there's a murderer. And they kept on talking about like, oh, she was a lovely lady. And I'm like, oh my God, they're talking about me. But she would never have thought that she would end up murdered in her apartment. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna die.
Oh no. That's
Oh,
scary.
yeah.
That's scary. That would be scary. No, I've like dreamt along with television before, and you can't change the dream. Like, you know how I don't know if you've ever done this. Like if you're dreaming and you're like, I'm dreaming, so I can change the dream right now.
Mm-hmm.
And like you try to change it. But like if you know, like in my dreams, I've known that the TV's on and that I'm going to have to like play this out. Like this is going to have to play out. So I can't change the dream. So I just have to like let it go. And I try to wake up and I can't wake up. I hate that.
Well, I'm sort of like that because like that dreaming hard thing, it's like I'm caught in between like reality and dreaming.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, I wake up and I'm like, I know it's a TV, but then I don't have enough energy to like, pick up the remote or stop it or whatever.
Right.
I just keep on getting knocked. It's like sort of like being in the ocean and the waves are like too powerful.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the waves of sleep.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're just, okay, I'm going to wake up. I know this is a dream. And then, pow, you get knocked down right back into like this dream. You're like, oh.
So crazy.
It's weird.
And then you need to nap because of that. Like it's not a restful sleep because you're like, your mind is going the entire night. Mm-hmm. So then you need like, it's almost like when you need a vacation from your vacation, you need like sleep from your sleep. So
that's what
I
we
totally
do
get
after
it.
The New Kids Cruise.
Yes. That is the best sleep that I will tell you, Maria, that was the best sleep that I've ever had in my life. Like that.
Right after the cruise?
Yes. That was a sleep like no other. I think I slept like 26 hours. Like,
yes.
I woke up for an hour just to grab something quick to eat because like you're like ferociously hungry and then went back to sleep. Mm-hmm. Like 26 hours of sleep.
That was like that. Yeah. The first cruise, it was just like that. It was just like, I can't believe I woke up to like at nighttime and went to sleep at nighttime and woke up at nighttime. I was like, what happened?
Yes.
Did I just miss a day?
I know. That was the scary part is I did the same thing. And I thought it was like 4 a.m., but it was really like 9 p.m. the next day. And you're like, where did the day just go? Like, how did this happen? Oh my gosh.
But it's so worth it. It's so worth it.
They aren't lying. So for you guys who haven't been on the cruise yet, like it's no lie. Like you will sleep like no other when you get home because you won't sleep during the cruise. Like you won't.
Nope.
You won't. And I was like, nah, I'll sleep. Nah, hell no, I didn't
I
sleep.
hear that a lot. People are like, I'm a sleeper. I'll sleep. I'll
Nope.
find some time to sleep. And I think that it's just your enthusiasm,
Mm-hmm.
excitement that doesn't let you sleep. You can't
Right.
let me sleep. I'm like, and there's that part of the FOMO, like you're going to miss out on something, but it's
Exactly.
also like it's in the blood. The blood is like your your blood is pumping along
It's like
with
pure
the I don't
adrenaline.
know.
Pure adrenaline.
Yes. So
It's the best kind of drug. It's like pure,
yeah.
like, it's natural speed, I guess is what you would say.
Yeah.
Because I thought I was going to be cranky because I didn't sleep, and I wasn't at all. I just was like living the moment and happy as can be and like full of energy.
Disneyland for blockheads.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. And I can't wait to relive this. I cannot
Yeah.
wait. Let the countdown begin. Let's get some
Oh my
themes. Like,
God.
let's do
It's
it.
flying. It's flying. It's gonna fly. Like usually we get more time, like months, but this is like what, 6 months?
It's not that
I
far
guess.
away. It's not that far away.
Yeah.
It is gonna
Mm.
fly because I can remember. Okay, so we booked what, January, and we had to wait until October. So that's
Mhm.
10 months.
Mhm.
And
And
this,
then right now we have like the holidays which fly by,
right? And then
right?
it's all
We
of a
had
sudden it's like
October.
January,
Yep. Then the last payment is in February, and then you've got 2 months,
right?
right? February,
That's
March,
it.
April. Okay.
Yeah, this next
What?
payment's a doozy. This next one, woo! It's a doozy.
Why? It's a double?
It's like I think it's the most that you'll pay. Is this next payment for me anyway? It's the most I'll pay because we did like the 3 payment option. I think that's the only
Oh.
option. I don't know. So I paid like the deposit, and then there's this one, and then the last one isn't that bad, but this one is like woohoo.
Okay, so then I think I have like the monthly payment.
Yeah, I didn't see where that was an option, but it doesn't matter. Like, it's fine because I've been saving monthly, so it's fine.
Yeah.
It all works out in the end. It all does. So
It was meant to be.
it was meant to be. It was like it really was. It really was.
Isn't that what your boy Joey says?
Yes.
It was meant to be, meant to be, or
Yes.
something, or nothing
What does
happens
he
by
say?
accident. I don't
Nothing
know.
happens. Everything happens for a reason, or something like that.
There you go.
Like everything. It's like there's a reason why it happened. So maybe
He's
my
like a
reason
Yoda,
is
the
that
wise man.
maybe Joey's gonna be like, "Hey, Nikki," and I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, he knows my name." No, that won't ever happen. But
We never know.
you
never
you
know
just
with
never
new
know.
kids.
He can call me Elizabeth. He can be like, "Hey, Elizabeth, what's going on?" I'd be like, "Hey, not
That's my
much."
middle name.
I would go by any name. He can call me whatever he wants. I'll just be like, "Yeah, cool. Hey, Joey. Yeah, it's me,
Yes.
Elizabeth from Boston. Sure. I'll be Elizabeth for
Yep.
you tonight. Sure."
We can work with whatever you're gonna call me.
That's exactly right. That is exactly right. I cannot wait to see like their outfits. I can't wait to see.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait to experience all of this and go through it now that I know what it was all about. I think your second time is going to be maybe even better than your first time, to be honest. I don't know.
It gets better and better. There's nothing like the first time, but it gets better and better. Because it's like the first time I wasn't prepared in like the costume department because I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
But just walking to that Lido deck or walking into like that right after you board the ship, like that bar and everything is decorated. You're like, oh my God, this is like the birthday party I always wanted.
Right.
Everything. And the elevators, and I've never been on a cruise, so I was just like, whoa. And then the Lido deck was just amazing. It was just like this can't be real. I made it here. And the efforts that, you took throughout the year to make it happen for yourself.
Right.
Whatever it was, for me, it was like working doubles and being extra nice to people so I can get a bigger tip. That was an effort, if you know me. And from, whatever the reason is, if you're staying away from the kids, if you're, it's a sacrifice for you and your husband or whatever, I don't think it's easy for everybody. And it's like so worth it to like finally be there. But then as the years go by, you get to meet more people, and now it's more of like a reunion, things like that. So
exactly. Like, I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see everybody and just be on the same ship together and just enjoy life for how many days? 3 days? 4 days?
4 days.
4 days. Look, I was even cutting myself short. I was saying 3 days. 4 days. 4 whole
4 days, 3 nights.
But like 4 whole days. Your life for 4 days is new kids centered. Like no other.
And then the thing about the travel day, which is always fun too. It's so weird. I think of the travel day, like, because I run into people, like you can tell who's a blockhead going to Miami or whatever. It's like when you were a kid and you were going on the bus to school or something. You're like, yeah, we're going to the same spot. Yeah.
No, that makes sense. No, it's like, oh, yeah, you're in we're in the same class. Okay, yeah, that's where we're going. Yes. Here we go.
Right?
I'll meet you in the classroom. Okay.
Yeah.
That is fun. Right. I love looking, like, that was fun. Now that you mention it, that was really fun to look on the plane because we were leaving from Boston and to be like, oh my gosh, look at all these blockheads on this plane right now. This is so cool.
Especially imagine running into like a new kid.
Oh my gosh.
I had, for 1 year, I had a flight from New York because it was the cheapest thing to do like layovers, right? But for some reason, this flight went from New York to Boston down to Florida or Miami or New Orleans. I don't remember which one we went to, but I just know that I went from New York up to Boston, down south, wherever it is we were going. And I was just like, this makes no sense. But I was like, fine. And all the while, like, you buy your ticket, your flights months in advance or whatnot. And all the while, I was like, yeah, it'd be a funny idea. We could run into Jordan. Yeah, sure. And like, I was cocky because it was like far away. I was like, yeah, this is what I would say. Yeah, wink, wink, and be all sexy and funny and catty and all that good stuff. And then, as the time got closer, I was like, oh my God, what if this is real? Like a reality.
Right.
What if this is a reality? And then I finally got to Boston Airport. I was like, oh my God. I was petrified. I wasn't even like excited. I was like, please just don't be on this plane because this would be totally so awkward. He would probably think I'm stalking him because he would know that I'm from New York. And what are you doing from from New York up here? Are you that crazy that you would do that? I'm like, no, it was just the way United decided to take me.
Right. Was he on the flight?
No,
but
I was so relieved. But then I was heartbroken. So you can't just never get satisfied. This is just me.
But you did have somebody on one of your flights.
The last one, yeah. Oh my God.
And I was like, oh my God.
Yes. I think I saw Jordan because they flew, I don't know if it was United or something. I don't remember. But we were at that part of the airport. And we saw Jordan go. And of course, you just froze. Just this was coming back out of the cruise back home, and then we saw Joey, and I was like, "Oh, is that our gate?" But we went to go get something to eat. Jackie and I went to something to get to eat, and I was like, "Is that Joey?" Okay, don't look, but just look through your kind of like your ear. If I could look through my ear, like if I could twist my eyeball through my ear, just like he won't think I'm staring at him or anything like that. But yeah, he was on our flight. And he was, I guess, in first class, and we walked in. We were all just dead tired from the cruise. And I just looked at him and was like, "Thank you, like, thank you for such a great time. You were great or whatever. And he was like, yeah, thank you. Thank you, get rest or something. I don't know what I said. Something like, I appreciate, like, your efforts. Thank you for performing so well,
Yeah.
entertaining us.
Thank you for wearing those sparkling pants. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Because this was last year, right?
Yeah.
Because I think I remember you like texting me, like, "Oh my gosh, Nikki, he is at my gate right now."
Freaking the hell out, trying to stay awake. I was just, I think for most of us, we're just like a plethora of emotions. Like, just, we don't know. We're tired, we're cranky, we're hormonal, we're we're excited. Our body still doesn't know like what's happening. Should you be calm now? Is your vacation over, or what was happening? And we're sleep deprived. I don't know, making no sense at all.
No,
and
you don't make any sense. I will tell you right now, once you get off that boat.
Like, I saw people like wearing the you see girls looking like hell.
Yeah.
And including myself. And then you'd like see them walk past you and you see them with like the new kids like sweater or something.
You're like, oh,
you're like,
yeah,
I know where you came from even before I saw the gear.
And you don't care. Like, you just don't care. You don't care.
It's a camaraderie. It's like, I feel you, sister. I feel you.
Yes. And last year, Brooke and I flew for I don't even know how many hours. It was awful. It was awful. We were like, never again. Yeah. We'll fly directly to Boston. Like, Michelle was home. She took a later flight, went from Miami to Boston, drove to Rhode Island, was home in bed, and we still weren't back to Bangor yet. And
Michelle was on the flight with Jordan.
Yes, she was. She was on the flight with Jordan.
Oh, God.
Oh, and like, didn't her husband talk to him or something?
Yeah.
So crazy. Oh, my word. So
I
crazy.
could just imagine Michelle, like, I would be totally suspicious.
I could see her face.
I don't have energy to talk to you or be smart at any moment, just drool.
Oh my gosh. I would talk nonsense. See, this would be the point where the worst possible scenario for me to ever talk to Joe, Jordan, any of them, because I would be like, two set slide, what? Like, I would make no sense. I would just like say words and they'd say, okay, all right, we're just going to kind of go away from this girl because something wrong with her. So that would be me, because
I think it was Joey. It was just more like, I don't know. Even though I know Jackie was just like, we're just, oh my God, he's here. So we're just going to go straight and we're just going to go sit in our seat. But she's also tired.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm like, thank you for your existence and your hard work. She was just like, and he was looking down. So I'm like, look up. I'm trying to do like the Jedi mind trick.
Yeah.
Very tired, but he did. And then the flight from hell, which is like something I would, if I could ever like talk to him again or something, probably what I would want to talk to him about is this flight from hell. Because this flight, we were leaving, I don't know, like 11 or 10, something like that.
That's right. I forgot about this.
And I can't sleep on planes, but you're so tired that you're doing like the bobbing for apple thing. and I was just like bobbing for apples, whatever. And we got in, and I don't know what happened. Like, just you kind of lose track of time because you have no idea how long you've been sleeping. It could have been 10 minutes. It could have been an hour, whatever. Right. And all of a sudden, it's like the plane starts and there's the beep boop, flight, blah, 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 whatever, to New York, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, okay, great. Bopping for apples. Boop, boop. The flight has been, you're like, what happened? And then they start like turning on the jets, and you can hear the plane turn on. But then there was like crack, crack, crack.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, what? What is this? And you're always kind of worried. I was like, this is not normal airplane sound, but this really was not a normal airplane sound. And then it starts smelling like fuel, and this is so bad that I don't have the energy to like be scared, but this is really bad. Like, I think we're gonna die. And then, um, and then they held the plane for a while, and then the boop boop. Well, this is your pilot speaking here, and I was like, okay, great, what's happening? Um, it seems like there might be a problem with something, like the plane doesn't want to, like, the engine number 2 doesn't want to turn on.
Oh, no
I was
big
like,
deal.
engine number 2! Like, all of a sudden, I am an engineer, I am a pilot, I know everything about an aircraft. Not an important engine. And so we're gonna try to fix it. Like, he was so nonchalant. He was just like, we're gonna try to fix it. We'll see what happens.
Oh
We'll
my
keep you
gosh.
posted. And
Oh, you're
then
like-
they went and they took us to, like, some other, like, let's say we were United, and somehow we ended at the American airline, like some totally different airline. And they're like, well, we're gonna see if they can help us out. And I'm like, what? So we ended up at some other place, and it kept on saying, like, oh, doesn't look like it's working.
Oh my gosh.
It doesn't look like it's, we'll try somebody else to see if they can fix it. Like, oh my God, it was horrible. But we were just so tired. And then people got really scared. And then you start seeing people, like, just the fear getting up and talking to the stewardess or the plane people and whatnot. And then they said, well, if you want to, leave, you can, but you would have to buy your plane ticket to your destination. We can't guarantee you can't. First of all, can't come back. And number 2, we can't guarantee you this is going to take off. And then we can't tell you, we can't transfer you to another plane. Like, you have to buy your ticket to your destination. You can't even go stand by some other spots because that's just a risk you're going to have to take. And we're just like, I'm screwed. And that's what I want to talk to him about, because I want to be like, okay, you know what? I was broke by then. I did not have money to buy me a plane ticket at the airport, which is like
that money was spent
$3,000
yesterday.
Right? Like, if you go to the airport and you're trying to buy a plane ticket right there and then, they're still going to take advantage of you. So I was just like, I have no choice but to stay on this plane and pray and become very religious at the moment. But Joey
did the same thing.
Why did you stay? He could have, I don't know. He had the money to get himself and buy himself life,
But he seems like a money saver. He seems like a Kevin that, like, he'd be like, no, I'm not paying an extra whatever. No way. I'm staying right now on
Nikki,
this plane.
This plane was broken. And the pilot was not very confident.
That's scary. Engine number 2 might work. It might work. We're going to try it. We're going to take off without it. We'll see if it works later.
We'll see if they can fix it. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's another question to ask Joey when we talk to him finally. When he finally comes on the podcast. Joey, tell us why you stayed on the plane.
Why? Maybe he fell asleep. Maybe he didn't hear it, or I don't know. Because we were supposed to take off like at 10 or 11. We finally took off like around 1:45 or so, 2 or 1:30. I don't know. We landed in New York like around 4, which is when we were long. We took off when we were supposed to land in New York. Let's just say that, like 3-4 hours later. And I was just like, oh my God. I would have loved to have seen him and ran into him like Michelle did at the whatchamacallit, like with Jordan at the
baggage carousel.
Baggage. But at this point, I think I had pooped my pants in fear. I was just like done.
Oh my God.
I was just so happy to hit ground and ready to go home. So and not looking my best, So.
Oh, yeah. Like, because you don't want to see anybody after the New Kids on the Block cruise. Like, honestly, yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't want to talk because I know I looked like hell. Like, I know I did. Yeah. I saw pictures of myself that I took selfies with Brooke, and I said, never again. Those are deleted. Like, I don't want to look at those. So, yeah.
Like, take the selfies day 1.
Yes.
maybe day 2, but after that, you should just be a creature of the night. Like
Oh
only
my
the night
gosh.
lights will look good on you.
Exactly. Only the nighttime pictures are those ones are the good ones.
Yeah, the Lido Deck party with the purple and green lights and blue. Yeah, yes, that one where you're all like one of different, like a Martian looking color, like you're all blue or something. It's
Yes.
just because of the lights just hit you that way. That's the one. That's how you should be, because you're not looking good in nighttime. It's just
Mm-mm.
Okay. Reminiscing about our cruise.
I know.
So much
We
fun.
gotta have another cruise episode so we can talk more cruise stuff. So send in your cruise stories, mysocalledwhatever@gmail.com. We want to hear them because we want to reminisce again about the cruise. But right now,
ooh, I'm looking at Jessica's mixtape tour experience
Yes!
NASA. I was there.
Oh, this is exciting. This is exciting. So Maria's going to read the first story. Actually, we got an intro. Let's intro first.
Oh, oopsie.
So this is Nikki.
And this is Maria.
And this is my so-called whatever. Welcome to the block party.
Okay.
Maria's not going to finish it. That's okay. We ain't leaving out nobody.
I only sing when I'm drunk.
So today we've got Maria, like we said before, and we're going to read some block party stories. This is our block party episode, which means it's all dedicated to New Kids on the Block. And then each week we flip-flop from New Kids on the Block to 80s, 90s topics. So if you're into 80s, 90s, but not so much New Kids on the Block, next week we'll have an 80s, 90s episode. And if you're into New Kids on the Block and not so much 80s, 90s, the following week we'll have another block party. This episode is for you. So Maria's going to start, and she's going to read Jessica's mixtape tour experience, Nassau, on 6/30, and Maria was here.
Yes. Now I wonder if this is a Jessica that we know, but I guess we'll find out. When we see the
Actually,
pictures.
it's Kelley's mixtape tour experience. I think her name is Jessica, but people call her Kelley.
Yeah, so that is a curly hair girl.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yes, that's the same.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited.
So
I'm excited because I saw her. Yay!
Jessica / Kelley.
Yeah. All right. So she says, "Hi, ladies. I can't wait to share my experience at my very first NKOTB concert ever."
What? This was her first one?
one?
Crazy.
Wow. I went with my daughter Shayla, which I met and is adorable, and my mom, bless for her, attending any insect concerts back in the days. Now she came along with a second generation blockhead, which was an amazing concert. Well, during the song Block Party, I didn't expect to get a hug from John. Oh my God, yes, that's the picture. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, and she was so excited. I love her. I was so happy. Okay, anyway. OMG. I was so in shock that he recognized me in the crowd and made his way to say hi. He seriously is a Disney prince. Yes.
Yes, he is. Maria, you were so right when you said that 2 years ago. Because seriously, that is the only thing I ever see now is he is a Disney prince. He is all of them.
He's all of them. I'm like, you think about it. I'm like, you're the guy from Mulan. You're
Yes.
You're Prince Eric. And he's like, oh, thank you.
Yes, he can be anybody.
Yeah.
He just has that look about him.
He's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm in love with his brother, but he is definitely like, oh my God, he's so handsome.
He is so
not
handsome.
A bad creature.
No. And do you feel like as he gets older, he gets even more handsome? Because that's what I feel, how I feel. Like, I don't know what it is. And I said this last block party, but as he gets older, he gets even more handsome. And I'm like, how? Like
his eyes were, to me, I don't know, as a younger, I mean, I knew he always had like little light eyes or something. I don't know. But like now they're just like piercing. They're not like this like amber gold or something. I don't know.
Beautiful.
Which gold is not a eye color, but
they're beautiful. Like he's just his features, everything. Like he's got like those like chiseled features, you know, like that.
Yeah, and I look at the lips. I'm like, wow.
Yes.
What moisturizer do you use?
Right.
This is so kissable.
He's so handsome. Oh my gosh.
Ah, John. He's effortlessly beautiful.
He is. He is for sure.
All right. He seriously is a Disney prince. Did I mention I only paid $44 for my floor seat, section C202?
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Let us know your bookie, Kelley. Let us know your bookie.
Yes, exactly. What is your secret?
Who's your ticket master?
Right. Yes. Who is your ticket master, Kelley? We want to know. Tell us. You can just like slip us in, slide it into our DMs.
That's what I need. Between the confetti and all the love I felt, I had a difficult time accepting that the concert was over for me. Oh, I know. So I did the next best thing, and I got seats to the New York show. Not floor seats, but still worth it. Yes, girlfriend.
Yes.
I mean, we understand. It's a high. It's a dangerous high. It's just my body.
Oh, it just like it gets. You're just like you can't stop. I mean, obviously, I didn't either, and yeah,
you know, it's dangerous that we have access to tickets, to purchase the tickets so fast like that. I mean, like maybe there was a thing to waiting online, because did I not do almost all the Northeast?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Oh Lord, have mercy. What these
you didn't do? They went to Buffalo though, right? You didn't do Buffalo.
Last tour we did.
Oh, but last tour you did. So, hey.
Oh God, darn.
The places we go.
I'm so grateful for having a safe space to share my story with everyone. Keep up the good work. P.S. I can't wait to hear Mission Interview Joy / hashtag Mission Interview Jordan 20. Oh my God, 2019.
Yes. Or 2020. We'll take 2020 too. We'll take 2021, but we'd rather have 2020 or 2019. Just putting it out there.
You know, within our lifetime.
Right, exactly.
Oh man. Yeah, I remember seeing Kelley or Jessica and hugging it out. And did she send pictures? Because her picture was
she sent me pictures later and I didn't put them in here, but I will make sure that they're on the website of her hugging John, because
oh my
God,
it is like the best picture. There's some pictures that capture the moment, and it's not posed, and this was the best. It's like you can see her, she's all of us. Like, yes, you're hugging me, you're coming, I'm screaming the top of my head, like this is exact what we feel when they come towards us.
Right. It's like it's all the emotion in that picture. It really is. So I'll make sure I put it on the website because you guys need to see it. It's pretty awesome. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sending your story. I really appreciate it. We really appreciate it. Yes. So thank you.
Especially when somebody shares a story of a concert they were at.
Yes.
I know what you were talking about. I know what you know.
That's so cool. So the next story that we have is from Kelley. And this is Kelley's, another Kelley. Kelley Moe from Florida. Kelley's amazing mixtape story. So here we go. Everybody, grab a drink. If you're on the road, you can relax a little bit, but don't relax too much because we want you to keep driving. And get settled in for this nice mixtape story by Kelley. Here we go. Hey ladies, I wanted to tell you about my mixtape tour experience. I did a total of 6 shows and it was so hard not to do more. So, let me start by saying that my very first ever NKOTB concert was in 2017, and I went to one show only. That was the beginning of my next chapter. I am an OG BH, just never had the chance to see them in concert before. The 2017 tour changed it all. So this is Friday, 6/28. And so this was Boston, right? Yeah, it was Boston. First Boston show.
Yeah, okay.
I had the most...
Yes, Boston night 1.
Yes.
Because I cheated.
I had the most annoying delay with my flight that morning. I was supposed to leave at 6 a.m., but due to the GPS for the plane not working, we were delayed until 8:30 a.m. It could have been worse.
People want to be united.
Yeah. It could have been worse, but I was nervous either way. I finally arrived in Boston and met Jessica and Jill, and we headed to the hotel. We met up with Christine and Courtney for lunch at Novara. I'm such a klutz. A person at the table next to us had a cane, and it was kind of sticking out, and I thought I stepped over it, but instead, I tripped on it. There was a point where I was falling, and then just decided not to fight it anymore. I came to terms with the fact that it was happening. I was going down. I didn't make it to the ground, but the embarrassment itself was intense. Sigh.
Oh, so Kelley and I have something in common. We both fell at Navarro.
Oh, I forgot about that, Maria. Oh my gosh.
I don't have it. I'm going down.
Oh my gosh. After lunch, we headed back to get ready for the show that night. Boston, night 1. Jill and I had seats in section 318. A week before the show, there were some seats that opened up in the second row of section 1. Yep, we got those. Christine and Courtney moved next to us as well. It was so exciting to be able to sit with 3 friends who already knew what to expect, while I experienced it for the first time. The ladies sitting in front of us were so fun, and turned out that one lives really close to Jill. Small world. It was so awesome to see everyone at the show. So many selfies. I loved it. There was a point where I saw Noah and got his attention, and we all showed out. And we all, what? Showed out?
Showed out for the camera?
Okay. And we all showed out for the camera. Noah? He gave a thumbs up. I am excited to see what he and Elijah come up with next. I got to see Babs and get a picture with him. Then, oh my word, Joey was dancing on the case in front of us. Gasp. Oh Joey singing Please Don't Go Girl, and his emotional speech afterward was everything. After the show, we all ended up in Brooke and Nikki's room with McDonald's. Y'all already talked about this, but you were missing your pies and they forgot Jill's burrito. Jerks, that's right. I forgot about that. We wanted McDonald's pies so bad. Okay, Saturday, 6/29. Michelle, Amy, Jill, Jessica, and I ended up at Wahlburgers Hingham for lunch, then driving around a little, showing Jessica some of Boston. Boston Night 2, Slugga Lounge. I had a blast in there. So much fun. For the show, we were all in different areas. I was on the floor alone near the X where Danny dances for Block Party. I took this opportunity to go live a lot in the MSCW group, even though it seems like my signal made it fuzzy. At the end of the Block Party, Donnie looked over and pointed right at my camera. Again, sadly, it was blurry. Sad face. The show was great. I still think that Friday was the best of the two, but I wouldn't trade either for anything. Afterwards, we all ended up in Jill, Jessica, and my room and ordered Uber food again. Yes, we did. I think Brendan and Barbie came by the hotel. Yes, and ordered Uber food, I think. Yes, we did order Uber food. Brandon and Barbie came by the hotel, and a few of us went downstairs for hugs and saying hi. These two are great and give the greatest hugs. The next day was going to be early for almost all of us, so it was soon off to bed. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Sunday.
So wait a minute. Hold on. Explain to me about the burrito and the pies. What happened?
Oh, so we were so hungry. I can't even tell you how hungry we were. We were like, we can't wait. We need some. Well, first, let me say, that Friday night, we went to go to a restaurant that was right next to the hotel. Well, when we got in there, the guy saw like all of us and he was like, no, we don't have room for any of you guys, and like shoot us out the door.
Why?
I have no idea. But we were like in shock. Like they could have made room for us. There was room for us in there. We saw, but he was like, no, we don't have room for you guys, and like shoot us out.
Was it close time or something like that?
No. I think they were open to like 2, and it was like, I don't know. It was like 10:30, maybe 11. So we got back up into our room, Brooke and I's room, and everybody came up, and we just ordered Uber Eats for McDonald's. But I was like, all I want is a McDonald's pie. That's all I want. I just want a McDonald's pie.
Was it apple pie?
Yeah, it was I think it was strawberry cream. Yeah, it was. I was excited for it. And I like the other stuff. I was like, okay, but I just wanted that pie, and they forgot the pies. So it was okay. And Jill didn't get her burrito. But she was okay with that too.
You'd lived.
We lived.
But I understand.
You just, when you need food, it's like you want that food. You want it like right now.
Yes, like my tuna sandwich that
yes,
my cat ate.
Yes. And then I was like, I was so trying hard, like not to fall asleep. It was like being on the cruise. I was just like sitting in bed and I'm like, okay, Nikki, you can't like slouch down, because if you slouch down, you're going to fall asleep. And that's rude because people are in your room. So I'm like there like trying to keep my eyes open, just like wide eyed at people because I was like falling asleep, but
yeah,
we made it. And then as soon as people left, I passed out. I just passed out. I was so tired.
It's understandable. You guys had like, I don't know.
It was a whirlwind. It was a whirlwind. The Boston was a whirlwind. And plus we had bar stools that night. So like, you know, that takes a lot out of you when you have bar stools. So, because it's like all your dreams are coming true. Like they're right in front of you. They're right there. Hello.
I know. Oh my God. I can imagine. Oh my God. The day that I get bar stools is the last day that I will be allowed to be a Nikki fan.
I just kept going.
To be a ridiculous beast.
It's just so crazy because it's like, I can't believe they are right in front of me right now. They are right in front of me. There's Joe. He's smiling at me. What is happening? Like, what is...
I touch you.
Right. Like, they're looking right at you. It's weird. But it's, like, awesome at the same time. Yeah. So cool. All right, Kelley. Okay. Sorry, Kelley. Okay. Sunday, 6:30. Jill and I were off to the train station to head to Providence. This was fun as it was my first train ride. It wasn't horrible at all. Michelle picked us up at the station in Providence and we began the road trip to Long Island shortly after. We stopped and got craft supplies to make hearts for the show, then headed to the hotel. Uniondale. Jill and I, did you go to this one?
Yes.
Okay. I thought you did.
We drove from New York to Boston, back to my place here in New York.
Yep.
And seriously, just took a quick shower and then went right back to Long Island.
So crazy.
Crazy.
Jill and I were in the second row, aisle seat of section 18. Very decent seats with great views of Joey on that side of the stage. Barrett and the kids were sitting a few rows behind us, so we got to see a lot of Griffin as he was running back and forth from backstage to his seat. He's so stinking adorable. The highlight for me at this show was that Joey totally saw my heart near the end, but he saw it. He did that little eye thing and smiled and pointed. Oh! Sigh, trip made. Our hotel was just across the parking lot from the stadium. And when we entered the hotel and passed the front desk, who was there but two of the Salt and Pepper dancers? Oh, yeah. Cuties. We got pics with them and then headed up to look at the buses from Michelle's hotel room window. Monday morning was early. Jill and I decided right then and there that we needed to stop doing the early flights home. Next up, hey, I get that. Next up is the last leg of the tour and the travel through Florida. So now, Friday, July 12th, Jacksonville. She had a 5-star plus VIP. Dawn flew in on Thursday and we hung out at the beach and ate Publix subs that night. On Friday, Christina arrived and then a little later, Jill, Leilani, and Michelle showed up. We all got ready at the house and then headed out to downtown to find our photo groups. This was my first ever VIP and boy was I nervous. We were able to fill our group fairly easily and then we headed to the VIP lounge. I've come to realize that I really enjoy meeting other Joey girls. Okay, now it's time for the meet and greet. Here are my experiences with each guy. This is exciting.
I love this part.
Danny. He was first. He smiled and gave me a simple hug. He was pleasant and seemed happy. Donnie. As soon as I saw him, my hand came up to cover my mouth and I just started bawling. He hugged me tight. Jill. She was next right behind me. Told him I had been having a tough time and needed some extra love. He told her, "What do you think I'm doing?" and then hugged me tighter. This moment definitely held up the line some. Jordan, the poor dude.
I would understand. Like, I just get bawling. Once you get crying, it's just like, and then Donnie, no, I feel you.
And then when Donnie hugs you, it just, the tears flow even harder because you're like, oh my God, this is really happening.
I'm bawling. I'm snotting all over you. Yes. I'm so sorry. And then he makes it even better. He was like, "Don't worry about it. It's okay." Like, and then,
Donnie. Jordan, the poor dude. I'm pretty sure I scared him with all my tears, Donnie brought out. I hugged him and just said, "Oh, Jordan." It wasn't anything over the top, but it's Jordan, so it was special either way. Joey, oh dear, oh shit. The tears are flowing again. We hugged, and then he began to admire my outfit and was telling the other Joey girl, hi Tanya, how he wore it on the cruise and that he loved my pants. He gave me another hug, and then he looked at me head to toe and tugged my shirt to straighten it and just smiled. Oh, Joey! Picture time. I was so nervous. I remembered posing, then looking up at Joe. He looked at me and I just said, "I'm sorry," for just blubbering and crying. He laughed and said, "You're fine," and smiled at me with his crystal blue eyes that melted my soul. Wow. After the pictures were done, he still wanted to talk about the outfit. Again, holding up the line. I was not mad about that at all. He looked me in the eyes and gave me that slight head tilt and smile. He knows what he's doing, and then hugged me again.
Oh my God, this is everything. This is everything.
This is awesome.
A success.
I did not know about any of this, so this is awesome.
Blockhead success.
Yes.
I mean, this is just like, this is what you want.
This is exactly what you want.
Besides the crying, but I'm glad that he found it endearing. And for Joey to like stop you again and look at your outfit and check out the efforts that she put in.
Yes,
like,
that's what you want.
Success.
That's what you want.
Yes. Good job, Kelley.
Good job, Kelley. John. Well, since Joey held the line up so long to chat, John took his chance to go take a drink. I missed saying hello to him on this meet and greet. Sad face, but I knew I would get another chance the next day, so it was okay. Concert time. During the show, we, Jill, Christian, Jenny, Christian's sister, and I were front row on the floor, aisle seats near the center stage. This show was amazing. It was my first time seeing NKOTB with my BFF Christian. I loved experiencing this with her and seeing them interact as well. Christian had a story she submitted some time ago about her Debbie Gibson experience many years ago. She didn't get to see her perform, and this was the first time she finally got to see her live. Yes, I recorded her reaction. It was priceless, and I love that story. Thank you, Christian, for sharing that. That was an amazing story, and I'm so sad that you didn't get to see her. You went through all of that and just never got to see her, but then you got to see her this tour, so that's great. When Joey sang his verses of "If You Go Away," he was on the side of the stage that was closest to our seats. This tour, he sings his second part to someone on bar stools, but sings his first part out into the crowd. The moment he looked at me and sang, my heart fluttered, and I just reached out and sang with all my might and passion right along with him. Sigh, I love that man. Boys in the band. I was so excited that they had the roar of the Jaguars as the cheerleaders, since I'm friends with one of the girls. I felt so proud seeing her up there and got some amazing pictures and video for her. What an amazing night.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. We all headed back to the house to change and grab our bags, then we hit the road for Orlando. The drive was uneventful. We did peek off the highway at the Waffle House as we passed, but none of them seemed to be hopping, so we just kept on the road. Once at the hotel, we basically just crashed for the night. Saturday, July 13th, Orlando, Barstool. First thing I remember, there was a post or something somewhere that was about Donnie making a pit stop at a Waffle House. We missed it. Bummer. We would try harder after the Orlando show. We were getting messages that the line was getting lengthy at Wahlburgers, and we made the executive decision to go check things out. When we found out that the guys went to go see Maurice, we decided to go to his place down the road. And what a wonderful decision that was. Christina and I went to meet up with Vanessa while the others went to the restaurant to get a table. The three of us met up with the others, Michelle, Christian, and Jill, and waited for Kim to arrive. In the meantime, I guess the guys got back from seeing Maurice because in walked Joey. What? What?
Mm-hmm.
My face had to...
crazy.
I did not know any of this. My face had to...
you did.
No, I don't remember any of this.
Well, that's the best part of forgetting.
I guess I don't know. I must have forgotten. Now I'm reliving it all over again.
Just keep on reading.
My face had to have been priceless. He noticed us for sure as he headed to a table. Oh, wait, no, I know what okay, sorry. Yes, I do know this. I do remember this. He noticed us for sure. You knew, Maria. Maria knew. He noticed us for
I mean, this is the best.
and this is the best. This is the best. He noticed us for sure as he headed to a table where he was obviously meeting someone, and he smiled and gave us the head nod, at which Michelle and I waved at him. Michelle had a great idea of treating his table to mimosas. What a wonderful idea.
Aw.
It went over well. He made a trip to the restroom and mouthed thank you to our table and blew us kisses. A little later,
Oh my god!
I can't believe
I'd
it.
melt. I'd be under the table, just a puddle.
A little later, his sister walked over to the table to thank us all and let us know that mimosas are her favorite. Score!
Oh.
We expected nothing in return and left before them, as most of us needed to get over to the venue to meet up with our photo groups. Upon arriving at the parking garage, my phone went off. Joey posted to his Insta story, "What? Thank you to the blockheads who brought us mimosas. OMG, yes." Sigh.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
This is no. This is like
opera singer.
this is the stuff that we live for. This is the stuff.
Yes.
This is the story. These are the stories that we live for. Like
Yeah. This
this.
is like the touchdown. This is
Yes.
like this is everything.
Yes.
I don't know basketball phrases, but this is the home run.
This is-
I don't know.
This is the winning of the championship game. This is the 3-pointer at the buzzer. Like this is it. That
there
wins the
you
game.
go.
Okay, we got to our photo group and still needed 2 more people, but we found them super fast. Once inside the VIP lounge, we took pictures in the photo booths and got some drinks. Next, it was time to get our photos. Oh, the nerves were crazy. This time I was standing with Jordan.
Well, you know why I think the nerves are crazy? I'm just sorry. I have to interject here.
No,
but I
go
think
for it.
The nerves are crazy, not only because of the new kids, but it's because it was hot as hell. Because
Yes.
this whole tour was in the summer, and they have some cheap wine. They have some cheap wine at the VIP.
Yes.
Makes people act a little bit out of their norm. I had it at Uniondale in Long Island when and you see my pictures with Jordan and Jackie and I were live. Oh my god. We were a little tipsy when we went through
And
that.
ever since you talked about the, what are they called? The strawberries.
Oh, the lime maritas.
The lime maritas. Like, I've been trying to find them because I want to have them and be like a toast to Maria and Jackie.
No toast to big save tart. Jackie has said that we're gonna try to make a thing. Like every concert we go to, we have to have a lime marita because that's all you need. Just one.
I wanted one in Boston. I couldn't find one. I was like, where are they? They got to be somewhere, and I couldn't find them anywhere.
I don't know what happened,
but
they will make.
I will say, El
Yeah, the cheap wine at the VIPs. Whew,
Yes.
will make you a little less nervous.
Yes.
And a little bit more courageous.
Yes. That could be it. Maybe Kelley got courageous. She's with Jordan.
Find out.
She's with Jordan, so we'll see. Okay, so we got to our group, and so I already talked about that. This time I was staying with Jordan, and I was hoping and praying for a good experience. Here are my interactions with each guy. Here we go.
Yay.
Danny, he was first and commented on my denim vest. It is covered in patches and buttons. He said I was giving Joey some competition with all the flair. I pointed out a patch that I have that matches the one Joey has. He said he didn't get it.
Okay. Gotta love him though.
Yes. I explained and he said he doesn't pay that much attention. Hey, you know what, Danny? At least you're real. At least you're keeping it real.
At least he's honest.
Yeah.
You're not getting smoke blown up your butt from him at all.
So listen to this. He didn't get it. I explained that he said he doesn't pay that much. He said he doesn't pay that much attention. I told him I forgave him. He said, for what? I said, for not paying attention. He laughed and said hi to some others, then came back to me to continue the snarky banter we were both enjoying. It was fun to go back and forth with him. Maybe I finally figured out a way to warm up to Danny. Just be snarky right back to him. Ha, who knew? That's funny.
Right?
Well, I don't think I could be snarky, though. So I don't think Danny and I could have a conversation. I'm just not snarky, and sometimes I don't get like sarcasm. Like sometimes I just don't get it. Like, I don't know. And so it takes me a little while to know that somebody's being sarcastic. So I would just stand there like, oh God. I would not be a good active participant. Nope.
Yeah,
No.
I get it. I think it has to come out naturally or something.
Yes.
Because, like, if someone were to tell me to be snarky, even though I kind of am sarcastic in anyway, but just say, like, if put on the spot,
Yeah.
I'd offend him. I'd be like, I'm so sorry. The delivery would come out so wrong.
I wouldn't be able to do it. No, absolutely not.
This is awkward. Let's just sidestep to the next guy.
Like you doing the backwards thing. Do. I'm leaving this. I'm going to the next person.
This is only going to be a nightmare for me.
Donnie. Oh, Donnie. I told him I wasn't going to cry today, and he did his typical warm and loving embrace. God, I love that man. He pinched both sides of the brim of my hat and told me it was sharp. I was wearing the topless Joey hat. Jordan. Now it was time for Jordan. I wore my Batman shirt on purpose. To be sure, he knew he's special to me too. He noticed and smiled. I really didn't realize it was time to take the photo until he looked forward and his body language told me it was picture time. I got excited, then realized as pictures were being taken, I hadn't said a damn thing to him. So I just said his name and gave his back a little squeeze and he pulled me in closer to him. Jordan Knight! Jordan Knight! Jordan
Score
Knight.
for Kelley again.
Yes. After the pictures, I gave him a hug and told him thank you, and he smiled. When I realized the line wasn't moving yet, I proceeded to try to talk to him. I pointed to my friend and informed him her name and Instagram handle, and then asked him to follow her on Instagram, because this is what you do with a unicorn. You tell him about your friends. LOL. Facepalm. Joey. Oh, here we go. He did his thing where he opened up his arms and had this look on his face like he had known you forever. I thanked him for singing to me the night before, and he looked over to Jordan and John and said, fellas, you should have seen her outfit last night. Oh my God! Holy shit. Did Joey just remember me? Oh my God. Wait, what? He remembered my outfit too? He pulled me in for a hug and I squealed, eek! I'm such a Joey and Jordan girl. LOL. Jordan was looking right at me as I peeked over Joe's shoulder and he just smiled at me like he was happy for my happiness. Oh, Jordan. Joe then started to check out all my patches and buttons on my vest. I pointed out the matching Snoopy one that I have to his and he was excited about that. He also noticed the waitress pin and said, oh, nice, with a beautiful smile. He gestured for me to turn around so he could see the back and he loved it. I have thankful written out in bleach on the back. He hugged me again and gave me a tight squeeze. Sigh, that man, Nikki, we have great taste. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. John, what a sweetheart. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. What?
No, yeah, you guys. I'm like, just all of them.
Oh,
including Danny and his short ass.
Yes. I don't get it. I'd be like, I'm sorry. And I'd cry. Oh, John, what a sweetheart John is. He hugged me and asked how I was doing. I told him I was great and that I wanted him to know I was the one who wrote him a card for his birthday with my coming out story journey, and that I wanted to show him my Pulse heart tattoo that's in honor of those lost during the Pulse shooting in Orlando. He said, oh, that's wicked. Then grabbed my hand with his phone in the other hand, took a few pictures of my tattoo. Are you serious? Oh my God.
Her tattoo's awesome.
Oh my God. I'm sorry I didn't read that right because I was like letting it like get into, but so he said, oh, that's wicked. Then grabbed my hand with his phone in the other hand and took a few pictures of my tattoo. I smiled at him and told him how proud I was of him for facing his anxieties and being his true authentic self. He gave me such a sweet smile and said thank you and hugged me again. Then I left the stage.
And I just say that you have to acknowledge that Kelley is in John Knight's phone.
That is crazy. That is crazy. And hello, like Joey knows her. Like Joey was like, you guys, you should have seen her outfit last night. Like what?
Like, to be part of Joey McIntyre's like cute convo banter jokes or whatever convo. Oh my gosh. She was a topic of Joey's convo. I don't know, it's a short convo, but nonetheless, she was a topic of it. Like, can you like? It's
like what dreams are made of. It is what freaking dreams are made of right here.
I wonder if she ever thought that this would be like, did you ever think of this, Kelley? Did you even dream of this?
Right.
These new kid experiences are even beyond our dreams.
They really are. They beyond all of our ever expectations. Like ever. That part was over. It was so fast, yet so much happened. We sat back down and Donnie came over to chat for a minute. He's really great. What? Concert time. I was barstool B10 with Christian to my right, B9, and Jill to my left, B11. At the beginning of the way, I noticed that the guys do a peek down at the bar stools, and I made eye contact with Joe, and he smiled. Swoon.
Aww.
Oh my gosh.
This is like a Joey success.
I know. I'm a little jealous, Kelley. I'm a little jealous.
I'm loving it. I'm becoming a Joey girl right through her.
Yes. Donnie sang Remix to Jill. Danny sang Valentine Girl to Christian, and Donnie sang Dirty Dancing to her as well. There was a point where Joe messed up a dance move, and he looked over at us and just laughed and said, I have no idea what that was. I laughed and just made a gesture like it didn't matter and said, it's fine. During I'll Be Loving You Forever, when Jordan gets raised up and the guys lean over, Joe was in front of Christian and I. I took this chance to put my phone in selfie mode so he could see himself and slid it under him and just started snapping pictures. He noticed and smiled, winked and said, that's smart. What an epic night. I now want a ton of bar stools in the future concerts. Haha, this experience was so amazing.
Oh my God.
Like, this is
beyond. Isn't it great that, like, they have, like, a little thing? Like, not a, like, thing. But you know what I'm saying? Like, a thing.
It is. It's amazing. It's all you could ever hope for. And more.
Yes.
And more.
That's what you want. I mean, you don't want to be, realistically speaking, they'll have to be in, relationships. So, as a fan, the most that I would want would be, like, maybe a friendship, or, like, something, I don't know, just do what she just described, like looking at them during, like, having a little giggle during the concerts. That's awesome.
Yes. Yes. After the concert, our little group met back up and loaded up in cars to head to the last city, Fort Lauderdale. This is where I was supposed to meet up with them. Jill had to head one way to get someone to a hotel, and I was going to just head towards the turnpike, find a gas station, and we would meet up there. We didn't quite make it to the gas station. Instead, my vehicle and its passengers found ourselves in a hit and run. It was a whole experience, one I will never forget.
Oh my God.
Most importantly, we were all safe and the impact did not feel as horrible as it looked. Secondly, and almost as important as the first, my car was still drivable. The door and the trunk both still opened and closed. So after a pit stop to get a police report, we were all on our way, praying and hoping that we didn't miss a chance at catching Donnie at Waffle House. We made it to the one we planned on and it was very quiet. We fixed that though. NKOTB on the jukebox, and we all sang our hearts out. It was roughly around 2 a.m. and we still had about 3 hours ahead of us. So we called it a wash and headed out on the road. We finally got to the hotel around 5 a.m. and all we wanted was sleep. Sunday, July 14th, Fort Lauderdale, B Stage. The day was full of being lazy and relaxing, catching up on sleep, missing Nikki, and ordering in food. Oh, Kelley. We ended up Ubering to the venue this night so we could all have a drink or two. The Uber dropped us off out front, which turns out you have to go up steps like a bunch to get into the venue. Jill and I ended up catching a venue security guy with a golf cart who took us around back and up a side roadway to the front of the venue without having to deal with the stairs. That's good. This was awesome because we got to go by the buses. No one was back there, but it was still really neat.
I would have faked the phone. Yeah. I'm rolling out. Just jump, roll out. I'm rolling right underneath Jordan's van. Oh, shoot.
We got to go in early since we had Naughty by Nature VIP for the show. It was so much fun. I think Vinny said it was the most attended Slunga Lounge all tour. Joey and Donnie made an appearance and took over the big chair for a bit. We all got a group photo with them, but it's not the clearest quality. I can, however, see my hat in the back to Joey's right. Anywho, after Slugga Lounge, it was off to get Christian checked in for the Debbie Gibson VIP, then to our seats.
Oh.
This venue had a seating issue. Okay, so this is like what I told you guys before, I think. Like, if I would have gone to this, like, I wouldn't be sitting with everybody. Like, there was no seat for me to sit in. It was the weirdest thing. So it was, like, meant to be. Because I would have been, like, freaking out. You know me. I would have been freaking out. Like, where am I going to sit? Okay. The venue had a seating issue that was quite annoying, but it all worked out in the end. Most of us were separated, but at least near the same section where the guys were on the B stage. There was,
That sucks.
but at least they're near the same section. When the guys were on the B stage, there was a moment where Joey was on the side near our section. I worked so hard to get his attention, and it worked. He smiled and pointed at me. When he finally noticed my Joey heart, Michelle got this on video, and I love it. When Danny was breakdancing, Donnie was on the side of the stage near our section. He was so cute and waved and blew kisses to our section. Excuse me. This show had me in all my emotions. This show had me in all of my emotions since it was the last show. The speeches everyone did when they finished their last sets. Oh man. Tiffany talking to John was the best. That was
Yes, I saw that.
That was
so
so cute.
Cool. Glad they got to see that.
Oh. That was on B stage too. I thought I was recording the whole thing, but when I went to stop the video at the end, that's when I hit start. I hate when that happens. When that happens. The closing was great. I knew there was no way that Donnie was going to let the show just be over, and that was so right. The party began rocking harder. Donnie never lets a party end easily or as expected, especially the last party. It was so much fun. After the show, Christian went to the Debbie meet and greet, and the rest of us went to watch the buses until she was done. We stayed up on the hill looking over a small wall, but some people went down near the fencing. We got to see Donnie and John getting on the buses. Donnie did take some selfies with those at the fence. We ended up at Denny's after the show. I was going to say Danny's. We ended up at Danny's after the show.
You ended up at Danny's? That's awesome.
We ended up at Denny's after the show and got to hang out with Jenny and Janessa there too. This whole experience was one that I'll never forget, and I'm forever thankful to be able to have these experiences. I can't wait for the next announcement. Announcements crossed off, and it says assignment. Love you girls, XO. Hashtag thankful for MSCW, Kelley. Kelley, we love you. These pictures are freaking amazing. Amazing. And you definitely, and you can see the picture of Joe pointing at her. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I'm looking at the one with Donnie blowing kisses.
Oh my gosh, I see it. Oh my word. These are so amazing. So you guys got to go on the website and take a look at the amazing photos that Kelley posted.
Car.
Yes. And I'm going to see if I can get video of Kelley of the Joe like gif that she made, because it's amazing. The one of him like, and then he said, "That's wicked smart." So we'll have to do that. But Maria, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. You're awesome.
No problem. It's always fun. I mean, you don't need to ask me twice to talk about you get on my block. What?
I love it when we get a chance to have you on, because it's always fun. And this is the end of the episode. So you guys, remember, check us out on Facebook, check us out on Instagram, check us out on Twitter. Join our Facebook group and send us your stories to my so-called whatever at gmail.com. So that's it. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.